Imagine the power of having instant, free access to Cleveland, Oklahoma County court records. Whether you're doing a background check, tracing family history, or just verifying legal details, this explainer is going to show you exactly how to do it without spending a single dime. Welcome to the explainer. Today, we are basically handing you a digital magnifying glass so you can uncover vital public court info right from the comfort of your own couch. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's disrupt a really common assumption right out of the gate. We all kind of just assume that comprehensive background checks and legal searches have to cost money, right? Well, actually, no. Under Oklahoma's Open Records Act, judicial documents, filings, dockets, they're all public records. You literally have the power to act as your own digital detective, completely for free. So why on earth would you pay third-party sites when you can just go straight to the source? Here's our quick roadmap for today's investigation. First, the court system. Then, the master keys. 3, conducting a search. 4, interpreting dockets. 5, pitfalls and troubleshooting. And finally, number 6, our conclusion. Section 1, the court system, mapping the legal territory. Knowing exactly where to look is half the battle, right? So in Oklahoma, you've got 3 primary tiers of courts. If you're hunting for minor city code violations or, say, traffic tickets, you'll want municipal courts. The max penalty there is a $750 fine or 60 days in jail. But if you're doing a deep dive into more serious matters in Cleveland County, district court is absolutely your target. They handle the heavy lifting, felonies, major civil lawsuits over 10 grand, family law, probate. Appellate courts, meanwhile, are statewide and handle the appeals. Pinpointing this exact right tier, that's going to save you hours of frustrating, fruitless searching. Section 2, the master keys, OSCN versus ODCR. Now, there's a pretty stark contrast between the 2 main online portals used to access these district court records. OSCN, that's the Oklahoma State Courts Network, is the official statewide portal. The best part? It requires absolutely zero registration to use. It gives you real-time updates directly from the court clerks, and you can download the PDF documents for free. On the flip side, you have ODCR. Now, that's privately managed, and yeah, basic searches are free, but they hide the advanced tools and the actual scanned document images behind a pretty steep paywall, up to $55 a month. So for us, OSCN is for sure your ultimate free master key. Take a look at this quote from one of our sources. "If the records are there, you should be able to get them from the government. That's not right." That hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that frustration of hitting a paywall for what is supposed to be public information. Charging citizens up to $600 a year just to avoid a drive to the courthouse? It really goes against the whole spirit of open records. And that is exactly why we're focusing on maximizing your skills on the free official OSCN channels today. Moving to Section 3, conducting a record search, the digital hunt. So, with our master key ready to go, searching on the OSCN docket page is basically just 3 simple steps, making it go from super intimidating to incredibly achievable. First up, just use the drop-down menu and select Cleveland County. Second, enter what you know. If you've got the exact case number, boom, that's your golden ticket for a fast search. If not, no worries, the party's first and last name works perfectly fine. And finally, step 3, apply your filters to narrow down all those results into something you can actually manage. Now, if you want to really maximize your efficiency, you've got to use these Pro Investigator tools. So if you do have a case number, make sure you format it exactly right, like CF for criminal felony, dash the 4-digit year, dash, and then the sequence number. But what if you're kind of guessing on how a name is spelled? This is where wildcards come in. On OSCN, if you type a partial name and add a % symbol, it acts like a net, catching tricky spelling variations or even transcription errors. On the other hand, if you're on Cleveland County's local Tyler portal for land records, you'd use the asterisk symbol instead. Oh, and if you're searching for someone with a super common name like John Smith, you absolutely have to use the filed after or filed before date filters. If you don't, you'll literally be drowning in irrelevant data. Section 4, interpreting court dockets, decoding the evidence. Let's look at a real case to see how this works in practice. Check out this staggering number. $25,477.36. That is the actual amount owed on the docket for a specific 2012 first-degree murder case, State of Oklahoma versus Justin Lee Hammer. When you pull up a case on OSCN, you are getting way more than just a guilty or not guilty verdict. The granularity of the data is amazing. The public record shows every single fee, We're talking a $5 arrest fee all the way up to over $5,500 in sheriff's reimbursement for inmate jail costs. It shows the subpoenas, the motions, and ultimately the sentence of life without parole. This entire log, it's called a docket. You can basically think of the docket as the official diary of a case. Every single filing, motion, and scheduled hearing is recorded chronologically. To read it like a pro, just keep an eye out for legal shorthand. For example, MTN simply means someone filed a motion. Status means there was a status hearing. By reading this timeline top to bottom, you get to see the whole narrative arc of a legal dispute or a criminal charge, and you never even have to step foot inside a courtroom. Section 5. Pitfalls and troubleshooting. Avoiding geographic dead ends. Okay, even the best digital detectives hit a wall sometimes, so we really need to talk about a major geographic trap that's entirely unique to this area. It's called the Oklahoma City trap. Oklahoma City is huge. It's actually one of the largest municipal regions in the U.S. by land area, and it literally spills across 4 separate counties: Oklahoma, Cleveland, Canadian, and Pottawatomie. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're running a background check on a business or person based in OKC, and you only search Cleveland County, you might be missing a massive piece of the puzzle. For a truly thorough search, you'll frequently need to query both the Cleveland County and Oklahoma County databases on OSCN. That's how you make sure you're getting the full, accurate picture. Section 6. Conclusion. Case closed. You are now officially equipped with the master keys to bypass those pesky paywalls, use those wildcard search tricks, and decode complex legal dockets. The power to access this public information is rightfully yours. Now, as a quick reminder, the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only. Always verify the details obtained through official channels and consult legal professionals for specific advice pertaining to legal matters. So, I leave you with this. What hidden histories, vital records, or forgotten facts are you going to uncover first with your new investigative skills? The public record is open and waiting. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.